Hi, King Lions. Today we're talking about elapsed time. Elapsed time is simply the amount of time that passes between one time and another time. In third grade, you have to know how to calculate elapsed time by the hour. That's what we're going to work on today. So let's say you started a project at 8:30 and you finished it at 10:30. How much time lapsed between those times? So I could say 8:30 plus 1 hour is 9:30 plus another hour is 10:30. So how much time is between 8:30 and 10:30? 2 hours. If I needed to go backwards, like I finished running my errands at 4:17 and I had been gone for 3 hours, what time did I leave? So I would go back. So 4:17 minus 1 hour would be 3:17 minus another hour is 2:17 minus another hour is 1:17. So I would have left my house at 1:17. So sometimes you know the beginning time and the ending time. Sometimes you know the ending time, but not the beginning time. And sometimes you know the beginning time, let's say 10:52, and I was gone for 3 hours. 10:52 plus 1 hour is 11:52 plus another hour is 12:52 plus another hour is 1:52. So what time did I get back? 1:52. So those are the three scenarios where you know the beginning time and the ending time, and you need to calculate the time between. Sometimes you know the ending time and how long you were gone. You have to figure out the beginning time. Sometimes you know the beginning time and the number of hours, and you have to figure out the end time. Now, another thing you have to be able to do in third grade is calculate equivalent periods of time. And we know that the word equivalent means equal. So if we have to figure out, for example, how many minutes, that's not going to do it. How many minutes are in 3 hours? So let's say I was gone for 3 hours. How many minutes is that? Then the first thing I have to do is know that 1 hour is the same as 60 minutes. So if I left at 5:25 and I was gone for 120 minutes, how long is 120 minutes is the same as 2 hours. So I would have been back at 5:25 to 6:25 to 7:25. So in third grade, you need to be able to calculate how many minutes are in an hour, how many hours are in a day, how many days in a week. So those are all good things to practice. So here's a problem for you to solve on your own. Let me just scooch this up. So if it is 4:53, that's the time now, and I need to go to bed at 9:53. How many minutes? I'll put 9:53 over here. How many minutes until I go to bed? So what would you do to calculate that? If it's 4:53 now, I'm going to bed at 9:53. How many minutes until I have to go to bed? So what I would do is I would create my timeline, my number line. 4:53 plus 1 hour would be 5:53 plus another hour is 6:53. I'm going to run out of room. 7:53 My hours are going to get short. 8:53 to 9:53. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 hours. Is that the answer to my question? No, because my question wants minutes. So now I have to say how many minutes equals 5 hours. How would I calculate that? So I know that 60 minutes is 1 hour, so I need to figure out 60 times 5. 6 ones times 5 ones are 30 ones, so 6 tens times 5 ones are 30 tens. So I have 300 minutes before I go to bed. So you also have to be able to do that with the calendar. So we're going to look at a calendar. This is the April calendar. It's almost over, but not yet. So when you look at the April calendar, you remember from 2nd grade how the calendar is organized by days of the week. So I see Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There are 7 days in every week. So when I move up and down the calendar, I'm moving by weeks. When I'm moving across, I'm moving by days. So I can say things like, if today is the 7th, what will be the date in 1 week? April 14th. How many days are in 2 weeks? I know that I'm talking about 2 full sections of the calendar. So I can either multiply 2 times 7 is 14, or I can count the number of days in 2 weeks. So if I ask the question, how many days are between April 7th and April 21st, I can see that that's 3 weeks. 3 weeks is 21 days. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 2 weeks is 14 days, because you don't count the first week. So here to here is 1 week, here to here is another week. That's 2 weeks. So you can calculate how many months are in the year. We know April is one of 12 months. So how many months are in 4 years? How many months are in 5 years? How would you figure that out? We know that there are about 4 weeks in every month. So how many weeks are there in 5 months? So those are all ways that you will be calculating elapsed time and equivalent periods of time. So I encourage you to find opportunities throughout your day to practice that skill. Have fun with time.